Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Wednesday, January 4th, year is 2023 now. It's 11:58 a.m. here in the Arizona desert, and the crypto market is looking rather rocking today, and the indexes are looking good too. So let's check it out right now. Looking at FinViz, Dow up 0.56%, NASDAQ up 0.91%. S&P 500 up 1%, looking nice. If we look at the S&P 500 rather closely, Microsoft down today, Tesla up 3.7% so far today. That's kind of rocking, a big change for it. Apple back in the green. Nvidia, which was dumping earlier in the week, which is kind of unusual, is now up 2.99%. Energy sector, which was super green recently, is now kind of not so hot. Anyway, healthcare plans also down a whole lot in the red. Don't know why, but that's what's happening. And let's look at something else. Sorry, I usually do this before I set up, but I forgot. This will only take a second. I want to look at the big stuff. Okay, looking at the big stuff here. One sec. Sorry, like I say, I usually have this set up earlier, but I was working on a different computer and I just forgot to do it before we got started. Sorry, this just takes a second, but I will look at all this rocking for you on the daily chart here. Ooh, oil's taking a big dump today. All right, boom. This is the next thing on the list, okay? Is right here. This morning, top middle, looking at the dollar strength index, it's in the red today, which is probably part of why the market is able to do something today. Yesterday, DXY, dollar strength index, was a big old green day and the market's dumped, but today it's a red day, and well, let's see how that pans out. It is giving the markets and crypto and the traditional market a chance to actually do something. Like the indexes are very happy. Oil taking a big dump today, definitely a red day for U.S. Oil spot. That's what I use to look at that. Boom, big red day. Well, dumping hardcore. Don't know why. Did we find some or something, or turn a pipeline on or blow one up? I don't know. Anyway, okay, S&P 500 in the green today. That's nice to see. Below most important moving averages on the daily, but it has just recently broken above the 20 WMA. And that's good. So immediate price action looking kind of good for the S&P 500 on the daily. US Tech 100, like them or not, slightly green candle today, but below all the important moving averages. Gold rocking today. Silver not rocking today. Gold actually, really, if you look at it, for people who dig, gold, for the people who are, gold zealots, just kind of like if I forecast this, check it out. I mean, ever since going back to around like the Friday, November 4th, right? If you look at it, where are we at today? Gold's actually up 13% in 61 days. That's nuts for gold. I mean, that's just pretty darn impressive. And if we look at silver, to when it first started to get its kind of little run going, let's go back to like we'll start where it started. If we look back at like November, like mid-October of 2022. If we look at silver right now, where is it at? Up 30%. So in 79 days. So really, gold and silver, they're not doing too bad. And right now, they are above important moving averages on the daily. They're important. They're above all important moving averages to me on the daily, except for maybe silver, which is testing the 20 WMA. But I'm not going to worry about that too much. In general, they're both above the 50, the 200, both above the 314. Really, gold and silver not doing bad. I mean, silver's $23. And if you'd bought, a few months ago, you'd been buying at a low. If you had bought, I will not belabor it, but anyway, yeah, good plays. Kind of makes me wonder, do I want to get in? I don't know. Interesting. So looking at the crypto market in general right now, it's a beautiful green day. Uni is way up. BNB is doing quite well, up 6.24%. And BNB being Binance Smart Chain, it's coin, basically Binance's coin. There's the Binance Smart Chain, which other coins are on. And of course, there's, BNB is the utility token for Binance. It's, its health, it's trend up and down, especially on the daily. Definitely can show the crypto market attitude. So right now, this is very, very bullish to me. When BNB is pumping, it means that stuff is happening on Binance, and that's where the volume is. BNB's actually done me quite well. It's a great long if you can get in at the right time. ETC is doing quite well. I have no idea what ETC is other than it's Ethereum Classic. Classic. Other than it is Ethereum Classic, I have no idea what it's used for, but it is pumping today. And ADA up 7.22%. And that's probably making a lot of people happy because there are a lot of ADA maximists out there. They love their Cardano. I don't know why, but they love it. So this is a good day for some people that are usually kind of sad. All right, looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly last 24 hours, we are at 5.5 billion. That's great. We've had a hard time getting over 3 billion. So this is a big deal. I like to be above 15 billion or so for really a good day. That would be wonderful, but really getting over 6 billion, even at 5.5 is good enough, up 30%. That is really, really wonderful. I like what I am seeing. Looking at Binance, what's the bias? Barely a let's Binance. Oh, yeah, looking at Binance, it's 50%, 50.9% buys right now, and 48.9% sell. So slight buy bias, and then of course on Binance US, a slight buy bias. How about Coinbase Pro? They're a slight buy bias also. So that is nice to see. Okay, KuCoin. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all those. It takes too long. Anyway, in the big exchanges, seeing a slight buy bias from a very, very short measurement right there. Looking at, and of course that was the hourly. Never mind. I'm wasting time. You guys, if you want to deep dive, I'll put this in a live chat. I think it's a valuable site to go to, cryptometer.io. I think it has value. You can really see like your activity over the 1 hour, activity over the 4 hour. You can kind of see the buy sell trend, top buy deltas in the last hour, and top buy delta in current hour, top sell data in current hour. You can kind of see what's going on. I really find this to be a great thing to actually see the attitude of the market. It's good stuff. Good site. Check it out. All right, I won't delve into it in the future more than just, what is the volume, because you can check out if you want. Don't want to make this take too long. Okay, Binance is up 41% as far as volume for spot trading last 24 hours. I like seeing that. Binance at 9 billion in volume. That's really, really slight. So there's not too much volume in the market right now. But I will say that in general, even though it's a mix of green and red, it's far more green than red right now with the big exchanges as far as spot trading volume. I don't see any really cranking too high. So definitely it's a bit of uncertainty here. So not seeing a totally green bias or totally, red bias. It's, this is looking at this. I'm guessing this is about what, like, maybe even 90-95% green. It's unusual to see, 140% BKX, whatever that is, BKAX. Looking at the big exchanges, like the top 10, only two of those are not in the green. So anyway, take that for what it is worth. Derivatives, it's about 26 billion for Binance, and 42% up. Definitely seeing some nice leverage trades starting to happen there. So anyway, Binance all the way to Binance US at the 11th. So between Binance to Binance US, got crypto exchange. Sorry, I'm kind of contemplating while I'm talking here, and I probably shouldn't do that. But just looking at the exchange volume, I think we're going to probably see all the top 10, top 20, probably all the exchanges in the green today. It's still a young day, so it's just a weird pattern that I'm seeing. I'm not used to seeing this. It's just weird at this point with this much volume, and you usually see them all green by this point. Maybe one outlier. It's just weird to see these couple exchanges being speckled in the red as far as our trading volume, them being negative on trading volume, going down over the last 24 hours. That was weird, just a weird thing to see. Sorry, it kind of slowed me down a little bit there. Bitcoin coming in at 16,912. I like that. Are we going to challenge 17,000? We'll take a look. I'm going to look at some of the coins right now that are really getting crazy. We'll look at Bitcoin first, and we'll look at some of the other ones. I see Ethereum Classic is definitely making a big move today. Who else has the big moves? Also, anybody want stuff? Matic. Okay, somebody asked for Matic. We'll look at Matic. And you can always live chat or run the other places that I'm at. You can always, if you want something charted, just let me know. Cardano. Let's look at ADA, because ADA is the hopes and dreams of a lot of people. Doge is actually up a little bit. Lido down. LDO, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you, but it has been cranking like crazy recently. Near, oh my gosh, just near. NEAR is looking great. Good enough. Those are really making stuff happen. So we'll just look at those. Good to go. Longs versus shorts on Binance. 60% long, 39% short for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, 47% long, 52% short. So actually a short bias right now for Ethereum on Binance, and a long bias, a pretty substantial one on Binance for Bitcoin. Now, something I wanted to point out, because I think it's check near. Okay, check out near. I will check out near for sure. Looking at Bitcoin versus USDT on the daily chart on Binance, one thing I'm rather excited to see is that we have a positive a positive MACD cross on the daily chart. That's pretty grooving. I like seeing that. Just algorithmically, that will probably get us over 17,000, because you're going to see a lot of algorithmic trading kick off. There are a lot of money sits on that daily MACD cross and just bunk, gets bonked in and out. Whether it's maybe small time people on TradingView using like what is it, auto view that to trade, or it's institutional money, or just people who trade the daily or 3-day on positive and negative MACD crosses. It's people do it anyway. Looking at the so oftentimes when you see that cross, when you see it's getting close to that cross, when it looks pretty sure that it's going to happen, you see an uptick in volume, which might be why we see an uptick in volume in the market today. Also, along with DXY dumping a bit, and the indexes being up, and gold's up too. It's kind of nice to see. Anyway, going way back to the March of 2020, doing a fib sequence here, you can see we're still kind of in a danger zone. We are flirting with a 50 moving average. I like seeing that, but one of the things that I'm not so keen on, like I say, we're below the 786 level, which is at 17,747. When I get above that to get back in this fib level, I would like to see that. So anyway, we are right now crossing the 50 moving average on the daily. That's a pretty exciting thing. So I'll take that for sure. No problem with that. Let's look a little bit more granularly at Bitcoin and the indicators. Something I'm very happy to see is, let's look at a 4-hour chart first. Yeah, thought so. So 4-hour chart, looking at volume, and this is not buy and sell as in green and red. This is a culmination of buy and sell. On the 4-hour chart, you can really see this very, very well. Seeing some nice little volume spikes here, which are helping to push it up. Binary candles are nice and deep in the green. Directional index is in the green. ADX is getting where we want it, and the squeeze indicator is showing positive uptrend. So we are just kind of getting started. Check this out here on the 4-hour chart. This is a big deal. Big deal of the week so far, in my opinion, is this. We broke above the 200 moving average. We're looking great. Broke above the 200 moving average with a wick. We're all green Madrid ribbons right now. You can find that indicator at bitcoindailybit.com. Just search for Madrid. They all flip green. All the EMAs that are being monitored right here. I like seeing that. So this is looking good. Just watch out on the 4-hour chart. We need to get above the 200 moving average. Need not just wick above it, but actually get above it and then find support. Without a move kind of like this, get up above it, come back down, find support, keep moving. With strong indicators, we'll probably get rejected and go right back down. So most likely, if we can't break above that and stay above it, most likely, in my opinion, we'll probably on the 4-hour chart get rejected pretty darn hard. It's all a matter of how hard. But this is one thing to note is this is called candles by Sam. When you have 3 or more positive candles in the time frame that you're watching in your chart, they turn purpley blue, and those actually tend to lend towards a velocity in that direction, just like the yellow ones here. When it is on the way down, you'll get yellow ones. So they tend to show when the bodies of the candles are all consecutive like that. it means it tends to lend a lot as far as velocity, which way you're going. So as we can see, Bitcoin is, if we spread this out a little bit, let me get rid of all that stuff, get back to a pointer here. You definitely can see Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart here does have, bit of a nice positive uptrend. So let's see. But if we get rejected off this 200 moving average in the 4-hour chart, wouldn't surprise me if we got rejected all the way down. If the 314 doesn't become traction, probably going to go right back down to this upwards trend. But then again, if that does happen, that would be a spot to look for hopping back in and longing again. I don't know if I would short or long right now. Right, I don't really see anything certain really. We might get rejected off that 200 on the 4-hour chart, but let's look at a 45-minute chart for immediate price action. We'll keep that upwards trend in there so we can see it. Squeeze indicators looking great. Directional index is looking great. ADX is starting to fall. Binary candles are getting a little wimpy on us. This is a lot of push, so I'm going to kind of I'm not going to myself. I'm not going to long Bitcoin right now. Sorry, I changed my here. I'm not going to long Bitcoin right now. I think it's a little bit overextended. I'm going to wait to see if we get a break above that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart and support. Then I would hop in and maybe ride it for a while. Maybe this will all continue, but something to watch here. Look at this. I mean, this really is. If that 4-hour chart doesn't show us an ass kicking, doesn't smack Bitcoin down, look at this 45-minute chart. That is a beautiful upwards channel. But what happens when you get to the top of the channel? You often visit the bottom. And where's the, and the bottom right here, so let's see what happens. This really is a make or break moment. And you're going to find that, the top of this channel if we actually do one of these, up to the top of the channel, come down, make that the new support, and we'll see if we get an action like that. So right now, let's see what happens. We are definitely a very critical, exciting, existential, and a moment here. So let's see what happens. Does the market have the bazoombas to make this happen? I think it might. Let's see what happens. ETC is insane today. Absolutely cranking. It's nuts. It's a little bit far from the 8 moving average, that red moving average right there. So I'm not going to hop into it. It's just things are pretty extended right now. I'm going to wait for the retraces and get in when it retraces, or maybe short it on the way down. But right now, ETC versus BTC is insane. Would have been a great way to make some dough, but I mean, I myself really didn't. This is one of those pumps that just kind of happens out of the blue. I mean, it was a 200 moving average bounce, and that's kind of nice, but on the 45-minute chart. But I mean, what do we know? I mean, that's kind of a little hard to predict these things. What does it look like on the hourly chart? Yeah, 200 moving average bounce, boom, took off, rocket ship to Pluto. Indicators looking good and strong. So ETC, BTC may keep on going. And of course, ETC, CT, that is just looking glorious as well. Great trade if anybody got into it. Now, Matic was asked about. Matic's cool because you can play it on most exchanges. Binance, KuCoin, and Coinbase got it, and Coinbase Pro, of course. So there you go. Matic looking great. I think it's going to cool off a little bit. It's just an hourly chart. Let's look at a 4-hour chart for Matic. Yeah, Matic will probably find resistance on the 200 moving average on the 4-hour charts. I'd be ready to sell before it gets there. Or at least have a trailing take profit in or something. We see a beautiful uptrend, but most likely that will well, it may or may not, but this uptrend, it's got a beautiful upwards channel kind of forming here. You know what? I mean, I'm taking a little bit of creative liberty here, but yeah, why not? I would just expect this thing maybe to run up, but watch out for this 200 moving average level at right around 84.84. For it, I think you'll find resistance there. That would be a big make or break moment for it. But it's got green Madrid ribbons, strong squeeze indicator, directional index, ADX are on the right spot. See some great big volume spikes pushing it up. I like that. Binary candles are looking good. Matic versus USDT is absolutely a great trade. Not financial advice, of course. Just watch out in the 4-hour chart. You're probably going to get smacked down to 200. Looking at the 45-minute chart for very, very immediate price action. It's beautiful. It's cruising up. I like what I'm seeing. It's broken the 200 and 314. Looks good. Indicators looking great. I mean, it does look like maybe it's going to start to cool off right now. It's riding that heartbeat of this slight channel that it has going. All depends. I mean, if I was to buy this thing right now, as a buy, if I was going in, or if I was wondering like, where do I want to put my trailing take profit or something like that, or where do I want to, like, what do I want to do? Definitely, I think if we come back down to the 314, and it can't hold, it's definitely all over. So, I'd put a stop at 7.78, definitely where I would put a stop, because if that's most likely what's that's what's going to happen if it starts to dump. If we kind of get a bar pattern, that's where you be like your last spot you want to be in before getting rid of it. But honestly, this is doing good. It may retrace a little bit on the way up, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Maybe it even visits the bottom of the channel, but it's looking great. I mean, strong indicators, strong chart. How's the hourly chart looking? Hourly chart's beautiful, strong. I cannot complain about this. This is just a good looking chart. Would I get in right now? If I'd been in for a while, like I said, I'd have my stop. You can almost, if you wanted to get really, really, crazy, you can almost put a stop in like right. I mean, if I was really, really profit hungry, maybe like right below this bit of support that it's had, it's like around yeah, .8. .8 would be, would be a very aggressive stop loss, basically, if you're already in profit. Would be a great place to stay in profit, because if that'll catch it if it breaks that heartbeat, if it goes down below, and if it's going to start losing velocity. If you want to not chance riding into the bottom of the channel and getting out, or like the bottom of the 314 or the 200, anyway, strong chart. Matic pushing, making it happen today. Matic is beautiful. I like it. I'm only that one open, actually, so I can maybe I'll get into some Matic. Also, you know what? Let me actually know this Matic BTC. You can play it on Binance, KuCoin, Bittrex. I like Bittrex, and KuCoin's there too. Let's see. Honestly, the chart's about the same for Bitcoin because it's pumping so hard. So really, I'd watch out though. Of course, for Bitcoin here, you've got your kind of I call it like a double top kind of. If I was going to do a buy, I'd wait till I broke out above that on Bitcoin. So I'd be looking for a buy around like 48, like .00048 or something like that. See if it's going to continue with a breakup. I mean, right now the ADX is drying out. If you look, the directional index is also starting to chill out. So most likely we're going to see a retrace. Just a matter of how far. You could always, if you want it, like if you're trading it against BTC, you could always do a fib retracement to here and just kind of watch it. I mean, a 236 bounce is very probable. The 382 for sure. The .5 is a spot it could go. If it goes back to the 200, that'd be a 618 golden pocket bounce. Not bad at all. So really against BTC or against USDT, it's really a great looking chart. Let me actually go Matic USDT and just do a quick fib on that one also. Yeah, we'll do it right like that. There we go. Let's do a fib on this one. We'll go, yeah, I mean, we'll go right between these two bottoms here. And there, 2-3, that'd be a spot to put a stop too. It's wick down below it. Maybe I put a timeout on my stop, but 236 be a safe place to get out if you're already in profit. At .7975. Or also look for a bounce if it starts to retrace there. Bottom of the channel is right there at the 382 at 7885, and the .5 is right there at the 314. It's 7811. So and of course the 618 golden pockets right above the 200. So this guy's aggressively moving. If I was in it right now, I'd want to just make sure I have a stop in that keeps me in profit, or a trailing take profit that keeps me in profit. just some suggestions there. All right, now looked at ETC, right? Looked at Matic. Let's look at ETH, USDT real quick here. ETH looking strong. It's like a lot of alts that I see right now here on the short time frame, the 45-minute candles. I'm seeing a lot of this where the directional axis is beginning to cool off a little bit. But anyway, this is strong. ETH versus USDT is a strong trade right now. I mean, it's still doing well. I mean, it's all a matter of it's going to keep going or not. But you can see this sort of nice upwards trend it has. I mean, you do have like a low, you could say, then a higher high. And most likely it will make another higher high, even if it retraces a little bit. So that's a good thing. I don't like seeing a lower high, and now it's moving up again. You can kind of cancel it out, but I'd be careful. It's all about this is kind of a hard one to call. It's moving up. I like it. Good to go. Let's look at a larger time frame. Probably tell us a little bit more about ETH versus BTC right now. Yeah, so this is a big deal. Okay, so on this chart, we're just getting going on the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, looking good. We're going with the 200 and 314, moving up, looking great. Directional index is looking good. ADX is in the right spot. Binary candles looking great. Big volume coming in. Squeeze indicators looking good. It will probably hold this 200 moving average, then continue moving up. So watch after this big run that it's had. For a retrace. Be careful of that. You might just get it. You could do a fib on this if you want it, and maybe look for logical spots where that could happen. I could kind of go here and just do it like that. And you can kind of see the .5 is, anyway, just, trade at your own risk, y'all. But I would say that, watch for a, how about if I do it like right here? Yeah, the .618 golden pocket is right below the 200. .5 is right above it at like 1239. So that's a possible spot. Just be watchful. ETH might definitely retrace a bit. I'm sure it's doing great against BTC. ADA versus USDT has really been moving hardcore. Yeah, it's beautiful. They're on the 4-hour chart. It's way below the 200 moving average. It'll probably get rejected at .280 most likely. But it is just getting started. This 4-hour chart looks really strong. Sorry. Yeah, 45-minute chart. Yeah, 45-minute chart looking strong. Beginning to cool off a little bit. LDO, which has been insane recently. LDO, USDT. Binance and KuCoin both have it, so you should be able to plan on one of those. I see Gate.io also. LDO, beautiful. What I'm seeing though this morning, having on fib level there, it's totally blown away. LDO is looking great. I can say that, if you look, the directional index is beginning to chill out. The squeeze indicator really hasn't turned down yet. This is a pretty short time frame. It may continue up, but just watch out. I think that overall this morning we might be seeing this is kind of a time of some retraces, or maybe we'll see some things just go crazy and continue running. But myself, I'm going to kind of chill out in the background a little bit. Just wait for some retraces. I think these things are definitely stuff to get into. I mean, one thing I like about LDO is it's kind of playing by the rules. I like it. So you've got your low, then you can almost say you had a higher high, a higher low, then a higher low, then you had another higher low, and so we're probably going to see another higher low because of this dip that the market had earlier. I'll forgive these lower highs, that one there, because we had a low, higher high, higher high, higher high. Then we had a lower high or an equal high, kind of like 3 highs in a row, then a lower high. But now if you look, if you were to like do a, I can forgive some lower highs now and then. If we see a channel like this, I'll use these wicks. They kind of fit, so that's fine. We're back in the channel, so I like it. I mean, I can forgive a lower high once in a while, but really LDO versus USDT is insane and doing great, and I'm sure it's probably doing. I'm gonna leave that one up. If I leave them up, you know that I'm really watching them. Trading view. Okay, let's check out near. against USDT. Right now, since the market's really moving, I'm just doing against USDT. I'm not going to look against Bitcoin as well. If something's this strong against USDT at this moment, it's doing just fine against Bitcoin. The charts won't look that different. Near versus USDT, rocket ship to Pluto, but not pumping too hard in general. Special index is hardly cooling off. Big volume coming in here on the 45-minute chart. Above the important moving averages, near versus USDT is looking really good. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, here you go. 4-hour chart, big purple candles, consecutive bodies are lining up perfectly. Broke the 200 moving average, broke the 314. All about, is it going to hold that 314 as support? If it does and continues up, this thing very well may continue. Huge volumes coming into this right now. I would watch. It's either going to do one of two things. It's going to find support and continue its journey, to ascension. Or if it loses that 314, like I might put an alert in. If it breaks below that 314 moving average, it's probably going right down to the 200, and then it'll have a chance to bounce there. If it doesn't bounce there, it's going to basically just continue. It'll continue going back down. Let's look at this guy here. One thing that will tell you a lot about, I'm sorry about that, about near is this. Let's look at this chart on the daily. Yes, this is a big deal. Why I think this guy might keep going is, I like coins that have, given a lot back. Because when you give a lot back, it's time to move. And also, if you look, just looking at the data that we have here, going back to like November of 2020, we've been slightly lower than we are right now. But also we found support there, so there's only so low you're going to go, and so really near is kind of near USD. Has kind of found the bottom of its, in my opinion, probably the bottom of its value, and it wants vengeance now. It's like it wants to pump, which is cool. And so let's watch this indecisive doji here. We're going to see what happens. Let's see if we can stay above the 314 and find support and keep moving. We're going to keep moving. If we come back down and find a 200 moving average bounce, we're good to go. It'll probably make a move and get back above that 314. This is kind of a patience trade right now. If you wanted to keep note of that 4-hour, but also watch the 45-minute chart right now. 45-minute chart, rocket Pluto not looking too bad, beginning to peak out. Directional index is slowly moving down, so beware. We're probably going to see a retrace. Now, other than that, anybody have any other requests? No, that's it. I'm gonna do one more. Saw a little request come in, and it is this SHIB versus USDT. You can play it on Binance, KuCoin, Binance US, Gate.io, Coinbase, Kraken. I like what I'm seeing here. It's a lot of people got bags of SHIB. And what I like seeing here is the 45-minute chart. Very immediate price action, I know, but we are seeing this nice uptrend like that. You can call that a channel. I'm not going to use, you could. I'm going to bite into some of that too. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call it an upwards channel. I know, creative liberty. Look, that's what channels are, but this is not bad. Look on the 45-minute chart. We've kind of had, in general, kind of an uptrend ever since December 28th. Not bad. We were challenged by the 200. We could not get above it. We broke above it, broke above the 314. Couldn't hold the 314. Went to the 200 and bounced back up. That's this motion right here. Can't hold the 314 at the 200 and then continue back up. Very likely what you might see for near on the 4-hour. Bonk bonk, something like that. So anyway, this is looking pretty good. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. Once again, one thing to watch for in this is that, like I said, it'll probably find resistance at the 4-hour 200 unless it really gets fired up. Sorry about that. This will be the last one, I promise. I want to just do let's have some fun real quick. I'll use this chart. I like it. Yeah. On the daily, we just saw a positive MACD cross for SHIB on the daily. That's a big deal. Then looking at this chart here, I think we have too many. It's too busy. Can't really quite see the truth here. Let's actually get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's look at a daily chart. Let's just see how long, where this is on Binance. So if we do look, SHIB is basically, it's a little above. It kind of gave it all back, but September of 2021, June 2021, September 2021, really did kind of create a real bottom there. We visited again. We're kind of visiting it. So I mean, most likely, SHIB is probably where it's getting ready to give to have some vengeance. It's been on this loser trend for quite a while. So on the daily, let's just watch. I think we may see we might say SHIB could be making its turnaround. I mean, we'll just see. We'll play the chart. But popular coin indicators looking all right. 45-minute immediate price action. I'm not going to quite get in on it. Everything that it's kind of hard to get in the market after it pumps. Immediately after. I'm kind of waiting for some retraces, but yeah, SHIB might be in the running. Let's see what happens. I'd love to see SHIB start 2023 making a comeback, and it does look like. I mean, at a certain point, a coin has been at bottom long enough that it's kind of found its essential value, and if the market has any uptick in it, you're going to see some cranking moves to SHIB versus USDT. I'm not saying it's a trade I'd get into right now, but it definitely is hopeful if you have a bag of SHIB or if you're thinking about maybe getting in SHIB at some point. Anyway, I'm going to do one open window here, and you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to fire this up. Where's it at? Yeah, it's right here. Bam. I'll finish it up. Thanks for being here, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. I do think that crypto is the peaceful revolution and the best chance the world has at a beautiful, glorious future. So remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, actually, one more question came in. Think Matic. Have anyone know of a DEX on Polygon where you can add a stop loss? Well, there you go. I don't. But if anybody knows a decentralized exchange on the Polygon network where you can add a stop loss, let us know. It's interesting. I don't know. Anyway, everybody, take care. Remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist cries. And that's enough to get me up in the morning and stack some sats. So take care.